It's been a while since I've been here, and I thought I would just come on and say hi and check in. I decided not to do an actual video and just do audio because I just didn't want to fidget in front of the camera. I don't want a camera in front of my face. So, last weekend, I actually watched the movie X. And if you are a horror movie fanatic like I am, you need to watch X if you have not already watched it. So I don't know if it's on HBO or if it's streaming on, whatever other channels, but I know I watched it through Amazon Prime. Even though I'm a Prime member, I still had to rent it, and it was $20. It's funny because I was like going back and forth. I heard about it like maybe a month and a half ago, and it's just a letter X, okay? I heard it, someone recommended it on Twitter. I follow a lot of like horror movie channels and stuff like that on Twitter, and so somebody had said something about it, and then I read down on the comments. It was tons of positive reviews. Everybody was loving it, and I'm the kind of person that follows trends, and if enough people are giving the same feedback, I tend to kind of believe that it could be true. And so I was all like, at first I didn't know it was a brand new movie. I thought it was like an older horror movie that maybe I had not heard of, or maybe I had just forgot. So I went and searched for it, and then I realized that it was a newer movie and that you had to pay to rent it, even though you had Prime, right? Even though I have Prime. So I was like, okay, I definitely want to, watch it. And so, but then I saw it was $20, and I was like, $20? I don't really, what a ripoff. I'm already paying for Prime, and I don't want to pay the money and stuff like that. And so I just kind of put it out of my head. And then fast forward, last weekend, a month later, people are back on Twitter talking about it again, and they're bringing it up again. I'm like, okay, that's it. And so I watched the trailer, and I was like, it does look good. So, and then I found out that the same person that wrote the movie or directed or created the movie Hereditary, the horror movie that came out, I think it was 2 years ago, maybe 3, I don't know, somewhere around that time. They're the same person that created this movie or directed this movie X. And so Hereditary was a mind fuck and a half. Some people didn't have that reaction. Some people, like my daughter, my older daughter, she was like, I didn't do anything for me. But yet Cheyenne and I watched it, and we were both like blown away, like, oh my God, did that just happen? And so I knew that, I had seen one movie by this person that I loved already. So I'm like, let's just do it. So I'm going to rent it. So I rented it, and I watched it, and oh, holy fuck. That movie was like, it just fucks your head. Like, it was so cringe in the best way. And all I can say is that just basically the setting is that these people are going to a farmhouse on location to film an X-rated movie, a porn movie, but it's set in the 1970s, it looks like. And so, the 1970s are when porn was like good, and porn stars were like just hot and nasty and dirty, and just like, it was like good. Like, it wasn't just for the love of money. These porn stars were like just into their art, into creating, and they were doing it just as much for the money as they were doing it for the pleasure of it. And so way different than it is now. They actually put actual movies out there, and you bought them, and you went to like their their shows and their conventions. It was set in that time era. So, and it really did have that vibe, but it wasn't like the movie was all about like, it was just sex, that's what carried it. Not at all. Like, it just was a really nice blend of setting that stage for you, and then taking you into the total mind fuck that the movie was. I mean, it's a 10 out of 10. If you enjoy a really good horror movie, and you're a movie buff, and you just like that, to really watch something that's different. If you're more into indie movies and things like that, if you like the movie Creep, you're going to like this movie. So anyway, I watched that movie. I absolutely loved it. And, there's nothing like watching a good movie. I mean, I'm totally into the movie experience. I love going to the movies, but I love watching a good movie even when I'm at home or whatever. It's one of my things I love. And so It just kind of resets me. Like when before the pandemic, I used to go out to the movies at least probably 3 to 4 times a month. So almost every weekend, pretty much. Especially if a lot of new releases were coming out that I was interested in, I was there every weekend. I mean, I would buy tickets and tickets ahead of time, and we would have a family movie night and friends. We would take up a whole row. It was really fun. I really missed that during the pandemic, and can't wait to get back to California and get back into that whole scene. And so we even had our favorite seats, and this the whole thing was so fun. Anyway, so I did that, and it really was nice to do something that I used to do and hadn't done for a while. I want to catch a good movie this weekend. I'm not sure what. I haven't really seen what's out there. It doesn't necessarily have to be a new one. We have HBO that for right now, just for like a few more weeks, and so I might catch the latest Halloween. I know it's played out and all that other stuff, but I don't know. I'm a sucker for Halloween and fall and the holiday themed horror movies, like Christmas horror movies, like Black Christmas and Dead End, and just all of them. I love Christmas themed horror movies and holiday themed horror movies, Krampus and Halloween and all of those good ones. So anyway, I might watch the new Halloween.